Some of you had asked me how to record information on the cloud. Of course, we've in the program so far largely built things that were running on the browser, or what as they call it on the client side. So we've done front end coding or front end development by taking code from Claude and then publishing it on GitHub, as all of you know by now. But however, if you need that data to persist, meaning the next time you log in, it's able to pull some information from the cloud and then display it on your website, or if you need to have the ability to record information or collect information on the website and then record it somewhere on the cloud and then be able to get it back later, then we would need to store it on the cloud somewhere. So here's a quick video that you can use to store that information. So where you're going to use a database, online free database called Firebase. I've shown this to you, some of you in the class. So get started by creating a new Firebase project. I'm just going to call it demo 2, and you don't need to enable Gemini, and you don't need Google Analytics because it's a simple demo. So it takes a minute to create the project, as you can see here. That's it. So the Firebase project is created. Now we'll have to create the connection so that your website or app can actually connect to the Firebase project that you created. And for that, we have to say that this is a web app. So you have to go to project settings and click web. You can just call it web app 1, register the app. No need to set this. So create the web app. So it creates the connection code here for you. I'll show you how to use it. For now, you can just say continue to console. It's always available for you later. So when you have to put this code in the web app, I'll show you that in your HTML code in your website that you're building. We also need to create a database, so you have to connect. I have to click on build here, and then you have to call it a Firestore. You have to create a Firestore database. So automatically Firebase will set this up for you. As you can see here, it'll also take a few seconds. So create database, standard edition is fine. Location of the database can be the default, it's fine. Sometimes it allows you to change from the US to Europe, or it doesn't matter, whichever it is. Set it up in test mode and then say create. So your database is getting set up. So the database has been set up here. So now we have to create, I'm going to demo a very simple website that can connect to this database and record information and retrieve it. So as we have done before, we go to Claude and say that I want to have a simple HTML code to collect name, email, and phone number. It can of course be any other data that you want, and store it in Firebase. When the website loads for the first time, it should check to see if there is any information already in my database and display that. So of course, this is not a real use case. You wouldn't show information, but here it's just demonstrating that you can collect information, you can retrieve information from the database and then display it on the website, and then you can collect information from your website and push it into the database, right? So of course, you can use this for anything else later. Below is my Firebase config, and here we have to go back to Firebase and then copy our config. So it's there in the project settings, as I said earlier. You can just copy this and then you can give that to Claude. So we want simple HTML code to collect name, email, and phone number and store it in Firebase. When the website loads for the first time, it should check to see if there's any information already in the database and display that. So let's see what it's creating the code. All of you, of course, know this already. Here's where the Firebase config is being used that you have actually given here. So simple website here. Okay, so let's copy this, copy the code, and then as we've done before, create a new repository. Let's call it Fire Demo 1. Create repository, create new file called index.html. Put the information there, the code that we have just created. Commit changes. So this is where we are publishing our new quick short website. Pages, as we've done before, we have to change it to main and save. And again, we have to wait for a minute for it to come up, and then our site is live. As you can see, it's very, very straightforward. All we are doing is collecting information. Here you can see this form collects the information. When you say add contact, it pushes into the database, and then before the site loads, it checks to see if there's any information there already, and then if it is there, it will display it here. So here we are just demonstrating the ability for you to store information on the cloud and then retrieve information from the cloud in a server or in an online cloud database, which is called Firebase. And we can see that also right now in the Firebase database, Firestore database, there is no information, as you can see. But now if you run our, let's refresh this page. Our site is live if you go there. So let's say and put some and then add contact. So there's no contact, so that's what it's displaying. Add contact. So contact has been added successfully, and it's come up. So now, if you actually take the URL, let's just try it out. We create a new, test it out. So this time it's actually pulled that information from the cloud. So there you go. Very simple demonstration of how to enter, and you could try other things. It'll just keep putting information in, and then you can retrieve it. Very simple demonstration of how to save information on the cloud. You can also see that now it should ideally have come here. Yes, so the contact information, that now it's created contacts, and then it's actually put that information there. All right, there you go. Good luck and happy working with Firebase and storing information on the cloud.